It was a time when the Earth was a lush, warm world, teeming with life. The Jurassic period, spanning from about 201 to 145 million years ago, was the second of three major periods in the Mesozoic era, but it was during this time that dinosaurs truly came into their own, evolving into the mighty giants that would dominate the planet for millions of years. It was an age where towering herbivores roamed the land and terrifying predators ruled the ecosystems, creating a world unlike any other. The Jurassic period began after the breakup of Pangaea, the supercontinent that had once connected all the Earth's landmasses. As the continents split, they formed new oceans, changing the climate and ecosystems around the globe. The warm, humid climate that prevailed during the Jurassic created ideal conditions for plant life to flourish, providing abundant food for herbivorous dinosaurs. In this new, changing world, the first true giants began to appear. Among the most famous of these early giants were the long-necked sauropods, such as Brachiosaurus and Apatosaurus. These dinosaurs were colossal, with long necks that allowed them to reach high into the treetops and feed on the lush vegetation that other animals couldn't reach. Their size gave them an advantage. Few predators could pose a threat to these enormous creatures, and their towering presence made them the rulers of the Jurassic landscape. Brachiosaurus, for instance, stood about 40 to 50 feet tall and could reach heights of over 80 feet in length. With its long neck and large body, it could feed on the leaves and plants growing high in the trees. Unlike many other herbivores that could only graze on the ground, the sheer size of these creatures made them a dominant force in their ecosystems, as they roamed in herds, feeding on vast expanses of greenery. But the dominance of the herbivores was not without its challenges. The rise of these massive plant eaters was met with the emergence of fearsome carnivores that roamed the same landscapes, hunting them for food. Among these formidable predators was Allosaurus, one of the most fearsome dinosaurs of the Jurassic period. Allosaurus was a large, bipedal predator, with sharp teeth and powerful jaws capable of taking down large prey. Unlike later carnivores like Tyrannosaurus rex, Allosaurus hunted in packs, which made it an even more dangerous predator. Despite their terrifying hunting strategies, Allosaurus and other carnivorous dinosaurs were not the only predators. The skies were home to another group of deadly hunters, pterosaurs. These flying reptiles, like Pteranodon and Pterodostro, soared above the Jurassic landscape, preying on smaller animals and fish. Their wingspans ranged from 10 to 33 feet, and they were well adapted to their environments, with long, toothless beaks designed for catching fish and other small prey. The pterosaurs were an important part of the food chain, balancing the dominance of the land-bound giants. On the ground, herbivorous dinosaurs like Stegosaurus were evolving into armored beasts, protected by thick, bony plates along their backs and spikes on their tails. Stegosaurus, often depicted as the classic dinosaur with plates, used its unique defense mechanisms to ward off predators. The plates along its back might have served several purposes: temperature regulation, mating displays, or simply protection from predators like Allosaurus. As the Jurassic period continued, the landscape was constantly changing. The Earth's ecosystems were full of new species, each evolving to adapt to the changing climate and environment. Some herbivores, like Camptosaurus, were smaller and more agile than the giant sauropods, allowing them to outmaneuver predators. They often lived in large herds, which provided them with safety in numbers. The rise of the Jurassic giants also marked the evolution of new types of plant life, which allowed herbivores to grow even larger. As cycads and conifers spread across the land, these plants became the primary food sources for many herbivores. As these herbivores grew larger, so did the predators that hunted them. The competition between these two groups created an ecosystem of incredible size, where every creature had a place, and survival often meant either growing large or being fast and cunning. By the end of the Jurassic period, dinosaurs had firmly established their dominance over the Earth. The massive herbivores were the giants of the land, while the carnivores ruled the food chain. The skies were ruled by pterosaurs, and the seas were dominated by marine reptiles like ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs. Together, they created a rich, diverse ecosystem where every dinosaur played a role. The Jurassic period set the stage for the later dominance of dinosaurs during the Cretaceous period. But it was in this age of giants that dinosaurs truly came into their own. The rise of enormous herbivores and the terrifying predators that hunted them marked the time when dinosaurs were the undisputed rulers of the earth. Their legacy would last for millions of years, and their reign would be remembered as one of the most awe-inspiring chapters in the history of life on Earth. In the end, the Jurassic period wasn't just the age of dinosaurs, it was the age of giants. These creatures, with their astonishing size and power, left an indelible mark on the planet, shaping the world in ways we can still feel today.